All right, we are here with David Cindrich of Cindrich Longboards. So we've known each other for a while, um, but we'll kind of get into that. We'll start with kind of how you got started, or really where you're from, how you got started. Start from the beginning.
All right. Well, I grew up in Provo, Utah, and I guess how I got really maybe not started longboarding, but introduced to it.
Okay. Did you start skating at all? Were you?
I wasn't. I was
Okay.
into motocross and
Okay.
mountain biking and stuff like that. But
It kind of fits for this area.
yeah, I had a lot of friends that longboarded. They had longboards and stuff, and as I've been thinking about this, just been reminded of a friend who passed away in high school riding his longboard. So that was kind of like the first like really longboarding thing that happened in my life.
Okay. So you were longboarding at the time? Like
I wasn't.
You hadn't.
But it was kind of a group of friends that had skateboards and longboards, and they were hanging out at a friend's house one day, and he just skated home, was going down a hill and turfed it, and hit his head and had a brain aneurysm and took him out.
Wow.
So that's not the greatest.
That's not the greatest story,
but he always said to the group of friends when they're let's go do something. He said, "Oh, let's go make some memories." That was his thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's kind of been a thing in our friends since then. But anyways, it wasn't till probably I'd say 4 or 5 years after that I bought my own longboard.
Okay.
So first longboard I had was an Arbor.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
Was this in high school still?
No, so high school would have been probably 5 years after high school. So he died our senior year, or just after we had graduated, I think.
Wow. Okay.
So then, we went on a mission for the church for 2 years. I was gone, came back and did some school, started working for my brother-in-law, building cars. And I went to college for a little bit. And so I bought a longboard to kind of skate around campus.
Yeah.
So.
And that was the Arbor.
The Arbor, yeah.
How big was it? Little one?
No, it was a pintail, like
okay,
about this shape, and that's kind of why these are the way they are.
Oh, okay.
To some extent.
Okay. So, yeah, right. You gotta take your own liberties there, but that's was pintails are always cool boards.
Yeah, I like the shape.
Yeah,
just a shape thing. You know?
Yeah, pintails are cool.
So that was that.
So how long did you ride the Arbor for? You have it, and
probably a year or so.
Okay.
Come on, cat.
Right. Shop cat.
Yeah, it wants some food. You're not gonna get it from us. Yeah, so I'm trying to think. I don't remember exactly what pegged my interest in making my own board or when that happened, but it came to a point where I wanted to make one that was not made out of wood, and that was my challenge, I guess.
Yeah, because at that time, so what year would have this been? This would have been
2002, 3.
Okay. So there wasn't a lot out there as far as I know. There
were some fiber boards.
Yeah,
and I think
like Fiber Tech and
carbon fiber was starting to become a thing.
Right. But there wasn't anything as far as ulteriors, materials. It was wood or
fiberglass, pretty much.
Yeah.
Carbon fiber was like
starting to come out, but
super cool, expensive.
Yeah.
So dig through my
Let's see
my stuff here. I'll have to hide this from the camera so they can't see the.
Oh yeah. Start from the early on. Yeah.
Okay, so this one would be maybe one of the first ones that I did.
Okay.
Dusty. The plastic itself, is not suitable to stand on. It's too flexible.
Too flexible, right?
And so I had the idea of making some wood struts. I don't know what you want to call them.
Yeah, just some support.
And it worked okay. I don't know if we could stand on it and give it a little flex.
Give it a little flex, yeah.
Let's something to jump
see what
on
it
there.
Feels like. So this is like oak stringers.
Yeah, that's what it is. Oak.
Okay. So weight wasn't a thought process, right?
No, not really. I mean, that was. Let's put it between there.
Oh yeah.
Give it a go.
Okay, let's.
So I had
it's got some nice flex to it though.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice cruiser.
Yeah. That's cool.
But the problem with this one is that it's just screwed together, and when you have these different materials layered like this, they want to flex. So the outside, the distance, like a leaf spring, they're sliding against each other.
Right.
And so that kind of held the shape to some extent. So it's kind of stayed bent. So the challenge then was, okay, how can I make this slide so it can move more freely? And,
because you couldn't bond the wood to.
Yeah, not really, because then there would be some kind of stress on that adhesion, and then that would fail. So the next rendition was this one. And this is the one I first put some shape into it.
Yes, that was just flat.
Just flat, yeah. And so this one, same wood, the oak. It's attached a little differently. I put an insert in the plastic. And this is actually like a door lock, a sliding door lock mechanism from Home Depot that I just cut off, whatever, and it has it's two sliding pieces of brass. So one piece is attached to the wood, and the other piece is attached to the plastic, and that worked better. And
so, did you find that adding a little contour stiffened the plastic?
It did a little bit, but still not enough to.
I mean, that's why one of the reasons in wood that you add that concave, because that adds some strength to it and some stiffness to it.
So you can see how much.
That moves.
How much that flexes or slides against itself.
Okay.
I don't know if the viewers can pick that.
Yeah, you won't be able to see. Oh, maybe let's see. Let's try it. Let's try this.
Just so they get an idea of what's happening. So
yeah, you can see that movement. Yeah. Okay.
So
that's pretty cool, because that's like probably beyond. I would have thought, like, let's just glue the wood to the plexiglass or the polycarbonate. You said.
Yeah.
That's so the wood can move independently of the plexi, or the polycarbonate,
and it had its own problems. The problem with this design is that the wood, as you go over a bump or a crack in the sidewalk, it slaps the plastic, so you get this. It's really loud, kind of obnoxious. So that was another hurdle to overcome with this. I made, I think, 3 or 4 of these, actually, and I sold one.
Okay. So when you bent this, that's weird. beforehand, I was asking you about, this is, you don't heat this.
No, it's just cold.
It's just a cold
press brake. So it's basically
like for metal.
Yeah, a V block on the bottom and a punch on the top, and it just
and that just
gives you
that little ridge.
That's a little bit of it stretches the crap out of it because it's 3/8 inch thick.
Okay.
So it's stretching the outside, and of course it leaves a little imprint on the top,
which is pretty cool.
Well, yeah, I mean it's just the nature of
how it works. But it gives you a cool look to it.
Yeah. So all right.
Then we're moving on to.
So this is another version, basically the same as that one, the brass sliding.
Okay.
And I put some felt in between the wood and the plastic, and that was a lot quieter, but still.
Okay, that got rid of the noise.
Yeah.
Slap noise.
Yeah. It's just,
that one's okay. That
still pretty
flexy.
Yeah. The next rendition of this is actually this one that I kept this one together, let my kids play with it. This one is polycarbonate 3/8, and these are carbon fiber rods.
Okay.
Or tubes, I should say.
Yeah.
And its story with the carbon fiber tubes is my dad made, he was making some lighting fixtures for BYU for a study group or for something, some project. And he had some smaller carbon fiber tubes. And that kind of was like, they were super stiff, but flexible enough. Like that would be cool to see how I could incorporate something like that.
Yeah.
And I don't remember how I found out who made them, but I did. It was a company that makes arrows, bow and arrows, hunting arrows.
Okay.
And they, so I approached them and said, hey, do you guys have something I can buy, something that's standard, a little bit heavier duty than what an arrow is? And they're like, oh yeah, we can make, this is our maximum wrap. So they wrap it around a mandrel and cure it, and however they do it. And so they made me these rods, and I made an aluminum insert that goes into the rod to kind of hold it, and then back here is another insert, and then same kind of.
So this one has movement.
Same concept as this other one, where the rod has some sliding ability, so it can allow that flex. And in this case, this was slapping the plastic really severely too, so it's quite loud. So I found that if I put a vinyl sheathing over the rod, I could glue that to the board.
Okay.
And so that would keep the rod from vibrating, and it would still allow this sliding motion that's happening without impeding that. So this one,
that's a lot that goes in.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of crazy. This one, it's just a little bit, it's still flexible, but give that one a shot. Tell me what you think about it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Now that one, it feels a lot stiffer than those. You don't have that flavor, but it feels cool. But that would be a manufacturing nightmare.
Yeah, it was.
You try to make a whole bunch. How many of these did you make? I
made this one, and then I changed it by putting these
into the next version.
Yeah, this one I made 5 of these. Okay. And essentially it's the same thing. It just slides there, and it's not, so the carbon fiber is not attached to the aluminum. It's just slid
slide
it just
back
slides
and forth.
in with a little, 2 inches of a.
Wow, that's cool. Because we had when we'd seen one of our carbon fiber suppliers had the carbon fiber tubes, and so I had never bought any, but in my mind I was like thinking, okay, how can we use it? How can we use a tube in the carbon fiber process when we're making our board that would add some strength and some rigidity to the deck? But then it's like, how are we going to wrap those tubes? Where are we going to put them? I was like, the concept and the idea was cool, but I had no idea how we would implement something like that.
Yeah, that's always the challenge, is how do you do what you want in your head?
Yeah, right. Like,
make it work.
This would be cool, but how are we going to do it? And then how are we going to do multiples? You can do one, and then you're going to spend a whole bunch of time to do one or two. But
this wasn't really that. It's at least cutting the deck out is pretty basic.
Yeah.
You can cut it.
I guess, yeah. How were you cutting these decks?
Was
this by hand, or is this?
I was doing all this at my parents' house. My dad had a shop in the basement.
Okay.
So he had, a table saw and a router, and I made a steel template.
Okay.
1/4-inch steel that so you drill the holes, and then bolt it, and then router it. And
so you're using a router to cut these out.
Yeah.
And
I'd take them to a sheet metal place that's just kind of close to our shop here.
Oh,
and they had the press brake to bend it.
And they were I guess you knew them, so
yeah, they're
like, hey, yeah,
just a job.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of how these came about. I made. I have more of this stuff at home too that never was finished, or I could make more of these if I wanted to, but just didn't pursue it at that point, really. So I made 5 of these because this was by far the best end result.
Okay.
It's really a strong. Polycarbonate
is strong stuff. It
won't break it. You won't.
Okay.
And you can bounce on these till they hit the ground, and it
just comes. Yeah. They're not going to break. They're not going to wear out. You don't get like I know, like with plastic, you bend it, you get that kind of that white line or the white. The polycarbonate doesn't do that.
No, it will. Well, you can tell it's mushroomed a little bit.
Yeah.
Here and there, and of course, when you bend it with the press brake, it stretches. So you get some stretch marks where the bend is.
And that's a lot of force to do that.
And that's kind of hidden where these are glued.
Okay.
So they're bent on, or these are glued to the bend lines, basically, just to kind of give that some hidden.
No, that just like the idea, like this is what I want to do. How am I going to do it? Which is always the cool process. Is like,
that's the fun part of it.
Yeah, it's like figuring out how to make it work. Like, I know this will work, but how do you make it work?
And at the time, I hadn't seen anything of a clear plastic skateboard, especially not clear. There's little short ones that were probably injection molded plastic or something.
Yeah, but not clear.
Yeah, so that was kind of my. Yeah, I like the creative process here. How do you solve these problems?
Yeah.
And just be different than everybody
else, right. You gotta do something different. And just the fact that you can do it and it's cool and you can go ride it, you build it, you go ride it, you tweak it.
So I had a lot of fun riding these and hanging out with friends. And I think I sold 2 of these, of this particular version.
So when you were building them, was the thought, I can start a business and build these and sell them, or was it just
I'm
just going to build and?
Yes and no. I had a job that I enjoyed, the same job, building cars.
Which we'll get into more towards the end of this year. We'll get into what you do now.
I think it was more of a hobby, kind of a fun thing to do, and see what kind of reaction I could get from people.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, everybody that sees these things is kind of like, "Well, that's freaking cool," because
it is cool. It's like a space age looking.
Yeah, it's just the different concept here to accomplish, the same thing.
Right, right.
And I guess that is kind of the thing, was to not make a wood board. Even though I used some wood, but it was basically, that was kind of the idea.
The idea, okay.
That's kind of what stuck with as things progressed. So
it's, well, was it not doing a wood board just because that's what everybody else is doing, or is it because this is kind of more of what you knew? Or...
No, I think it was more, I didn't want to make a wood board because everybody else did. Plus, I didn't really know the process. I know now how a lot of them, they're molded, they're laminated and glued and pressed and all the
you got to build molds, you got to build presses, but it's also like in that time frame, it wasn't just, you couldn't just Google, how do I build a longboard? Right. Or how do I build a press? Or
I didn't.
You had to figure. You just had to go figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, I had the arbor, and so that was kind of an idea.
Yeah.
Okay, this is how that was. I didn't know what kind of wood it was. I didn't, Plus, they have, they. I know the problems with wood.
Yeah.
They split. They get wet. They can deteriorate easier. There's stuff like that just is like, hey, I don't want to deal with that. I want to.
True.
Something that will handle the abuse
and all the weather.
Yeah. And that kind of drove this along. And I guess I don't know necessarily why I'm trying to remember. I don't know why I quit doing this, but I just got involved with school, I guess, a little bit more, and maybe dating and work and motorcycle riding and stuff, and ended up really not doing much school after, I did a couple semesters, but and so just, I guess, focusing on work more.
Okay, yeah.
But I still enjoyed skating and making stuff, so
those are always two good things.
Yeah.
Build something and then go skate it.
Yeah. Show it off.
That's the best part, right?
Yeah.
And then hope that someone else thinks what you did was cool.
Yeah. So I think that as far as the timeline is concerned, probably around 2005, the guy that was a machinist in the shop quit. And so that kind of fell on me because I knew enough about machining. Where I had to then take over and start learning programming and how to make stuff. So I learned how to draw in SolidWorks.
Oh, right on.
So all of this stuff was done in my dad's shop, just with basic tools and kind of copying the arbor shape to some extent. So
you gotta tweak it to make it your own a little
bit. So I learned how to be a machinist and how to program and stuff.
Okay, that's cool.
I don't know who or how or what suggested that I make an aluminum skateboard.
But at some point that
came up.
That's what you were doing.
Yeah.
So
the first aluminum skateboard that I make was really quite ridiculous.
Which is this
thing?
Oh my gosh! What? That would take. How long would this take to make?
It was a job. I mean,
I
think the machine time was probably like 5 hours or something.
That is impressive.
And I haven't shown that to hardly anybody. So.
Oh wow! All right, this is an exclusive. This is cool. I mean,
in fact, I don't think. In fact, I'm pretty sure I never posted this. I never put it on the forums that were in the time. That was cut out of 1.5 inch thick plate.
How much would just that plate cost?
Yeah, back then it probably would have been $100 bucks,
$100
something,
and then 5 hours of machining
Yeah.
time. This is an expensive board.
Yeah. So that board didn't really make sense to make more of them.
No, this is just because I can.
Yeah. And not to mention that, the name on it.
Yeah.
It is.
It's not going to move
it
at all,
doesn't-
is it?
It's just a brick.
Oh, yeah.
So
that is super cool, though.
yeah, so that probably is actually the first time that this has been brought out,
Been seen
in the public eye.
Wow.
So
This is a total wall hanger, though.
yeah, I can't get rid of it.
No way.
It is kind of cool. I mean, if someone offered me the right price, maybe, but I never even put it out there. So
yeah, that is so cool, though. But yeah, that's an expensive board.
yeah, it's got some concave.
Okay. Yeah,
not much, maybe like 1/8 of an inch or less.
It's all the cool machine marks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a lot going on.
Yeah.
Which makes it even cooler because it's just there's so many dimensions to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
This is kind of cool. All the pockets, but
yeah, it's like
again, just
probably not really needed.
Yeah, total overkill. Total overkill. It's a heavy overkill board.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So that was
number one. Right
number
here.
one. Well, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't know. You're like, okay, what's aluminum going to feel
Yeah.
like? Did you ever even write it? Did you ever put trucks on it?
No.
It doesn't look like it. It looked like
actually, yeah. I think something was bolted.
bolted to it.
But
okay.
Probably not for very long.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, yeah. So that's that. I don't know. I don't recall at all how much time I spent drawing it, or I don't even know if I have the same drawing in the computer.
In the computer still?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to take that into consideration. You had to draw that up.
Yeah.
Then you had 5 hours of machining time.
Yeah, and programming. I mean,
programming time.
You gotta make all the tool paths and everything.
Right.
And the shape is not. I don't think it's
tweaked a
really
little.
nice. It does it. I'm kind of I like how things are shaped.
The arcs,
appropriately looking.
Right, your lines.
Proportional, lines, I guess.
Yeah,
this one wasn't really.
Okay, because like when I used to early on make boards, it was the lines thing, and I would find different thicknesses of wood to bend to get my arcs, and it was like you'd bend an arc, I would hold one spot, or I'd tape it down, and then get my arc, and I like that arc, or I'd get a thinner piece of wood, so I get more of a bow or more of an arc, and having a cool line
that matters
is huge. Yeah, it's like it's got to flow, it's got to have that nice line to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That one didn't.
So, but it's super cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have the next rendition. I don't have one of those because the next one that I made was 1/2 inch thick aluminum.
Okay.
I think we had a piece of 1/2 inch at the shop, and I put it between some boards and bounced on it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is plenty. Because I had no idea, what would be required to hold your weight.
Thickness, right.
So the next one was another pintail shape, and let's see, what did it look like? It was kind of triangulated openings.
Okay.
Kind of windows so you can see the ground as you skate over it.
Okay. But it was still, you just kind of left the 1/2 inch.
Yeah,
thickness,
it was 1/2 inch. Yeah.
And you bend. Was that?
And that one, those ones were just flat.
Just flat. Okay.
Didn't really figure out any kind of way to shape it.
But you just had the openings, and that was kind of the grip.
Yeah. And kind of the aesthetic of it was, and again, kind of a not see-through, but kind of was, because you could kind of see through the ground, to the ground as you're skating around and stuff. Okay. And that one was more practical as far as costs. So the piece of aluminum wasn't it was
right.
a third the cost of that.
Yeah, and then you didn't have 5 hours of machining time.
Yeah, and it was probably about an hour, maybe 45 minutes.
Okay.
That. And that one
cutting out shape.
Yeah, and drilling a few holes and cutting corners, chamfering it and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
So that one I put on eBay. Oh. So that was the first aluminum board I sold. I think it went to California.
Oh wow! Okay.
But, right. And that's where, at that point, that's where I was introduced to the Silverfish longboarding forum.
Yeah, right.
And some people from eBay had contacted me, and it's like, that's super cool. You should go check out this, and this and this, and
your first dive into Silverfish.
Yeah, that was that.
Where everybody's the expert.
Yes. And I got some great advice too from.
Okay, yeah, you always do.
And that was to don't argue with people on over stuff.
Yeah.
Just it's not worth your time.
No,
and it makes you look like an idiot too sometimes. So
yeah, people that like it will like it and they'll buy it and they'll dig it, and then you always have someone that's gonna
it's always
tell you everything you did wrong.
Right. So that kind of kicked off that bit. I put it on eBay. I made another one. I don't know the timeline after that really. It kind of started there, and I made more of that particular board. And I sold, I don't even know, but it was mostly just on eBay.
Okay.
I put some pictures on the forum there, and a couple people contacted me through there to buy stuff. So,
yeah.
That's really kind of where a lot of this other stuff came about. Is from that forum, because
it's once you've sold one and you're like, dude, people dig what I'm doing. Yeah. It kind of it drives you to do more.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It was maybe not as much of an adrenaline rush, but it was
it's a boost to your ego. It's like, hey, somebody else thinks what I did was cool.
That's
not
true.
Just me.
Yeah, no, that was it. They appreciated it. They liked it.
Yeah.
Wanted to get more things out there. That's kind of where I thought I could start more of a business out of it.
Okay.
And so I was using my brother-in-law's shop, his machinery. So it wasn't really my business. It just kind of was, but I was still borrowing stuff. That wasn't, and I never really liked that. But, but that's kind of how it was. Never had my own.
Never had your own machine. Yeah, you're just like.
And I'm
downtime. You got to use it.
And I'm super grateful that I was able to do that. Like, I don't want to downplay that at all.
Oh yeah, no.
The blessing was there, that I had the opportunity to use this stuff, and I had the opportunity to learn how to program and make stuff, and all that stuff was super sweet. In fact,
so this would have been before he was your brother-in-law, though.
No.
Oh, no, this was not.
So he married my sister.
Okay.
In the 90s, before he started this business.
Before he started this,
95, I think.
All right. Okay. Cool.
So the time frame now is probably 2009, 2008.
Okay.
2008 or 9, yeah. So I got married in 2007, and we so I must have been doing this for 3 or 4 years, and our first child was born, and all of this stuff kind of helped us pay for the medical expenses in our first child, which
a purpose to keep going, right?
So again, super great blessing in my life, anyways, to have this opportunity. So, because it was just a side gig at that point, and kind of always has been, but it helped, and so that was great.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
So
and then
I can keep going on. So as you know, people see the things that I'm making. I get people that say, "Can you make this? Can you make that?"
Okay.
And that kind of started me making trucks.
Okay. So trucks came before this.
I think so.
Okay.
I'm trying to put all the pieces together. You know, my brain's not the greatest anymore, but
yeah, because I have one of these channel, not the drop,
the 3-piece one.
Yeah.
Okay. That might have been kind of all in the same time frame, maybe within a year of each other. So we can talk about this one too.
Oh yeah.
This design was, again, just, I like the industrial look. I like using different ideas, and this particular board, this one's a mess up that I just used for polishing. It's got some machining errors, and these are just leftover stuff.
Leftover pieces.
Never finished them. And this was cool because this design, you could kind of change this particular piece here.
Your wing shape.
Yeah.
Or, I guess.
So you can get them. I made some that were wider. I made some of these out of titanium, which was kind of cool.
Wow. How much lighter was that?
It was heavier.
It was heavier?
Yeah. But it was because at the time, I don't think I cut any openings through it. It's just solid. Just this piece out of...
Okay.
Because we had some titanium.
This would be heavier than... Titanium would be heavier.
Yeah.
That's okay.
The thing is, with titanium, you could for the strength, you could use a thinner piece.
Oh, gotcha.
And have equivalent strength. And I didn't have that. I had this. Right. And like, okay, just make one or two. So, and I polished one of them. I think maybe I only made one. I polished it and kind of gave it a heat coloration. Okay. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be super cool looking. So it gives that kind of like a rainbowy look to it.
So again, just kind of different way of making a longboard, not the traditional way. And I thought this was a cool design. It worked pretty well, and it would, even though this is bolted together, the reason this worked better than like these ones where the wood was on the bottom of the plastic is because this surface here is basically in the center plane of the board. So where it flexes, there still will be minimal movement, but it's very small.
Yeah. Okay.
Very small sliding, I guess. So because it's on that neutral axis, the center axis.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's why it worked.
Yeah. It's cool.
This is a square nose one. At one point, I think when I met you for the first time was at Maryhill.
Yeah, Maryhill. Yeah. At one of the early Festival of the Speeds.
Yeah. Which was cool. That was, just when I went there, I had this design. I think I finally had a different logo that was what I currently use.
Okay.
And I just made a rounded end here. So basically the same board.
Same board, rounded.
Right there. And it might have been a little bit wider.
Okay.
This is like 9. I think it went 10 inches wide or something.
So, I guess while we're on that subject, what got you to drive to Maryhill? And
same thing, just being on the forum and like the hype about it.
Okay. And
I think I contacted don't remember the guy's name that organized it.
Trying to think of that time. It could have been it was after Joe.
Just to, just to go be a vendor there.
Okay.
Because
you just set up a tent and
so I drove my dad's van up there. It was loaded up a bunch of skateboards and had a cot in the back so I sleep in the van.
Nice.
And
so did you ride the hill?
No. All right. So here's my problem. I really suck at longboarding. I can cruise around town fine.
Okay, yeah.
But when I go down a hill like those guys do, it scares the crap out of me because I don't have the skill that they do.
Right, and that's it takes time.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, you got to build that to be able to get comfortable going fast.
My hat goes off to anyone who does that because I think
it's not easy.
No, and they
make it look easy.
They're incredibly talented in doing that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So some local guys did a little shindig here. There's a hill that's kind of popular road.
They do Provo Canyon.
Yeah, that's super gradual downhill.
Is it? Okay.
I can do that all day long.
Okay, I think I've been to Provo Canyon once, maybe, but I've never.
That one's fun because you park down here and you drive another car up. So it's 5 miles or something. It's a long enough gradual, so you can cruise gradually for the whole trail. There's like maybe 2 uphill spots.
Okay, that'd be a lot of fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
All right, I might have to come back and try that one when it's nicer weather.
I did that with who's the guy that Riptide bushings?
Oh,
what's his name? He came out here.
It's been too long. Riptide bushings. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'll probably think about it at like 2:00 in the morning. I'll wake up in the middle of the night like
Yeah.
Brad, is it Brad? Brad from Bushtide? Riptide bushing? I don't remember now. But anyway, Riptide bushing.
Right. So there's another road that's kind of up in there, but it's more of a downhill course that turns and fast sweeping turns. They did that, and they invited me to come up with them, and I drugged my shoe the whole way down. Probably wore a hole at the bottom of it. I just didn't have it.
Yeah.
And I'll admit it fully. I'm a builder, designer.
Yeah.
I am not a racer.
Any kind of skating though, it's all good. You get out and just skate. It's fun.
Yeah.
Just to go have a good time. You don't have to be the downhill guy.
No.
Just go out and have fun.
I wish that I was.
Right, because it's cool.
It was cool.
I mean, it looks really cool. But
those dudes, they just bombing a hill and it's cool. So my hat goes off to you guys.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. so before this was this box.
Yeah, so we have the Silverfish Forum. People are making stuff and selling things, and one of the guys that I talked to a lot was Pim from Legendary Longboards.
Oh, okay.
I think his name's Pim.
I remember the name Legendary Longboards. Yeah.
He asked if I could make some nose guards for his wood boards.
Okay.
And so I made some. These are just a formed aluminum nose guards, so they protect the wood.
Yeah,
cool idea. And I think Bomb Squad.
Yeah,
Tanner from Bomb Squad was making a steel or stainless one.
Okay, and I remember seeing some polycarbonate ones too. Yeah, that people were just bolting on.
So I did some stuff like that. And, I don't know who or where, someone, wanted me to start making trucks. And so.
Yeah, I remember seeing some of these.
I did. And the whole thing back at that time was like getting a spherical bearing in there.
Yeah.
Like this precision.
Right. The precision downhill trucks.
And I made some, and it just didn't jive with me. It didn't work. It doesn't have the movement. And the fact that there's a bearing in here means that the bushings are now further away from the center of where it's pivoting. So that the motion on the bushings is just not optimal, I thought. Again, I'm not an expert. But
okay.
Anyways, this was...
But they look cool.
Yeah. So that... this was a set that I made. I don't think I sold any of these. It was just...
I found out that you were doing these later on in your process. I think you had already stopped.
Oh, really?
And I had said, hey, I want some of those trucks. You were like, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah. Here's another one. I think this one's actually a good idea as far as the kingpin. So that's threaded and then bolted here so that that bolt is really solid. Can't wiggle around. But this, again, has a bearing in there, bearing here.
Okay.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
Just didn't pursue it much. I made the axles too. So the thing about the axles was kind of, this is 17.4 stainless steel, which was kind of a novel thing in skating, especially. It's super strong alloy. It's expensive.
This is what you guys use here.
Yeah. So, everyone's touting 4340 steel and stuff. Problem with steels and things is you have to heat treat them. Okay. And either, and then grind the surface or whatever to get it that diameter. And then it can corrode. Okay. So it's rust and you have failures from corrosion. This is a stainless steel that when it's heat treated, its tensile strength is through the roof. And you have good corrosion properties with it.
Stainless steel.
Yeah. So it doesn't corrode. When you heat treat it, it doesn't change shape, it doesn't warp like some of the other stuff does.
Is it a lot more expensive?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, which is like, there's got to be a reason why it wasn't used in skating.
Well, I don't think people really know much about it. I mean, it's not like, I wouldn't have otherwise had we not used it here, and I learned kind of why we use it, because it's strong and corrosion resistant, and you don't have to, you machine it and heat treat it, and then it's good still.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be treated again or machined straight again or something. So
okay, yeah, that's cool.
Anyways, that was kind of a new thing, I guess, in the industry.
Yeah.
I made axles for other guys. I don't remember who. I made some trucks for Black Cross, which is like some people in Europe.
Okay. Yeah, I remember hearing Black Cross.
I made parts for Zealous.
Okay.
He's another kid around here.
Yeah, he's local.
Brady.
Yeah, he does bearings.
Yeah.
I don't know what else he does. I know he was known for his bearings.
That was another nose guard I made for.
Yeah, that's a cool looking one though.
Legendary, yeah.
A little more work involved, time.
Yeah, expensive, kind of.
Yeah, it's like it's cool shape.
So people are like, make trucks. I made base plates, like a 50-degree base plate that's basically a Randall compatible, and that's kind of like where I saw, okay, these are good trucks. I know them because I used them.
That's what we had. Yeah. Really, the only option early on was Randalls.
Yeah,
which was great. And then Paris came along.
Yeah. Anyways, I made different angles. So the idea was I could just draw this in the computer, and then I could change a couple dimensions and get a 45, a 40, a 35. So I had a variety of different options here. Base plates. Then, pogo.
Yeah, the pogos.
Remember those?
Yeah, I had a set of pogos. I sold it with a board.
I made a drop.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever you call it, a drop up, or I don't know what they remember.
Like a half drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's on this board.
Okay. Yeah, the pogo base plates were cool.
Yeah.
And so this is.
I don't know if they had it engraved on it. Yeah, 40 degree.
40 degree. Just that's when we were playing a lot with the difference between a top mount, a drop through, and a drop deck.
Yeah.
And how they turned it differently. You get the quickest turn out of a top mount.
Mm-hmm. Because you're leaning over.
Yeah. So then you're going with these base
more
plates,
of a sweeping.
So you still get that force that you can apply into your turn, but now you're getting a little bit lower.
Yeah.
But it's not a drop through, which then changes the geometry of the truck and how it turns. So yeah, no, cool.
Yeah.
And then if you do drop it through, like on this one, it gets even lower.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. I didn't realize you did those.
Yeah, I didn't do a lot of them, but kind of someone wanted one, I'd make them.
Yeah.
Then just progressing. Kind of the next step was this kind of windowed. Everyone was making a
like more of a solid.
Yeah, kind of like.
Yeah, I guess
kind of like that.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
And I made these later after I did these, but
okay.
And then I kind of this was kind of a popular one.
Yeah, that's cool
because it's an inline, so you get a little bit lower ride,
right?
And just a different look. Instead of being a solid bar, it was kind of opened up like this. So,
yeah, those are cool. Those are super cool.
And the axles kind of modified these. This is a 5/16 thread, and I made a 3/8 thread here, so it's a little bit stronger. I never had a problem with these failing, except for one that I was tightening into a truck and it broke at the root of a thread. I have no idea why or how that happened, but at that point I made them
a weak point at one something somewhere.
Yeah, so I made a 3/8 thread afterwards.
Okay.
So these are just old.
A little bigger.
Yeah, stronger.
A little beefier.
Man, let's see what else have I got in here.
This is a cool box. It's like everybody can see inside the box.
Here's another one. This is an adjustable base plate. This one's not going to work. But the idea was that you have 2 bolts in here, and those 2 bolts go in this groove, and as you loosen them, you can move to an angle.
Adjust your angles.
Yeah. And then just tighten those down, and it would pinch this and hold it in place. So that was an adjustable. Eventually, I made this without this web right here because having the tolerances just right was a problem. But if I got rid of that, then it didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
So it would still function the same.
That could have been the tolerance difference of a blade that's been sharpened, a bit that's been sharpened, a bit that hasn't. Just a smidge difference.
Yeah, it didn't take a lot, but as you can see, that one's not.
That one's not going to fit. Yeah. So, did you ever see Grombiz trucks?
Yeah.
Okay. I still have a set. I traded the Grombiz guys a dancer for a set of trucks.
I can't remember what those were.
They had they had a pin, so you pulled a pin in the whole truck. So they had like these weird bushings that you loosened the side nuts, and the bushings were in 2 pieces. So you had a top one and a bottom one, and then you tighten those back up, and then it had a pin where you could rotate.
Yeah. That's probably what I got this idea from.
Well, it was different than that.
Yeah.
But the concept, the pivoting, maybe an angle, changing the angles, but still be able to use a normal, because like the Grombiz it was like all one piece. It wasn't like a normal style hanger.
Yeah, this kind of was. Could just replace the base plate with that.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
Let's see, what else have I got? Here's just some other renditions of trucks. That's as I got further down the road. This hole here was just round. I made an oval one because the up and down movement you didn't want.
Yeah.
You just wanted it to
back and forth.
Yeah. So that kind of gave it a little bit more tightness feeling, I guess.
Yeah.
And so I got rid of the spherical bearing idea because this worked fine.
Yeah.
I didn't quite see the advantage of that.
Right. What was the you had to try it to see, hey, is this a good idea, and then move from there, right?
And bringing the bushings closer together in the center where it's actually pivoting I figured it just gave you a better feel on the bushings.
Okay.
So they would react better. All right. And I started making stuff for the traditional trucks, like independent trucks.
Yeah.
I made base plates for those.
Okay.
For Bennett trucks and independent, they're a little bit the same, but a little bit
different. Yeah, yeah, because Bennett's typically are tall.
Yeah, they're a little bit taller. Yeah.
And so these you made just a smaller, a shorter base plate for a Bennett.
Yeah, so I had all the angles for these, and they're angled a little differently than at least the
reverse
the
kingpin.
Theoretical angle is the same. I mean,
okay.
But how they were measured, I think, was different. At least I did it differently. Yeah. Here's another variation of something that never went anywhere.
That never went anywhere. Yeah. That's cool looking though.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, right on. So this one you would have put a threaded.
That would have been like this, where there's a spherical bearing, and just a bolt that goes just like that.
It just goes through it. Okay.
Yeah, so you just tighten to that bearing,
and then it's because this one, because then this would just.
I mean, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, this wouldn't have been a bad idea to continue that and just got rid of the bearing there and had combined this idea with the bearing there.
Because you mean the cups, they wear out. And
yeah.
The spherical bearing would last a lot longer.
Yeah, and it would kept. The problem with this is that your depth is a little different, as the cup wears. So you eventually wear onto the kingpin.
Okay, right.
And you kind of wear
your groove out.
Yeah. So that's an idea, I guess. I made and so that'd be like the billet, traditional. Some guys that were really bombing hills used some of these.
Those guys are even crazier.
Yeah. So
bombing hills on a traditional truck.
Yeah. I don't know how they. Again, I'm not good enough to know how they feel differently, because to me it's all kind of the same. Because I'm not super good.
Yeah, there's definitely a difference in like a traditional truck on how it turns from a reverse kingpin.
Yeah.
And the guys that like those traditional trucks, I've known a few guys that's what they ride. And
yeah, that's what they're used to.
And I jump on those going fast, and it's like this doesn't
like
turn it doesn't turn as much. It gets all twitchy and
that's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
no, that's
kind of the stuff that I've done, I guess.
So the trucks then went from you did the trucks and then moved into this, or
yeah, this is just kind of another rendition of I made a board for a guy that was kind of a combination of this adjustable and something like this, where it's this is a sheet metal board that's bolted together for strength and stuff. And the board that I made for that guy had a sheet metal deck and these kind of support ribs that bolted to a billet piece that was, I guess it was the base plate, but it was kind of round like this.
Okay.
And then this was an adjustable thing, so that the base plate was essentially the board, part of the board.
Part of the board.
This was just the truck.
The part you added
the base
to it.
Yeah. And that one was, and it just was a ridiculous, expensive, time-consuming board. I made 4 of them, numbered them, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know where they are, but
people bought them.
Yeah. And
I made someone's collection somewhere.
Yeah, and I just again with trying to do different things and kind of the industrial look. This board is one I just kept because I liked it a lot.
No, it's super cool.
I love the kind of aircraft.
Yeah, look to it.
Yeah, and it's just a solid board. It just rides sweet.
So You gotta see if we can show the bottom, because having these attachments is
to keep that so that those aren't slapping the.
Yeah, so it keeps it all solid,
nice and tight,
which is really cool.
Yeah.
Then you have them up here where it drops here. You see the contour drops up through. You cut, so your channel goes up through the top piece.
Yeah, because you want to have the clearance here.
Yeah,
but
so
you need the strength. But your foot isn't riding up there much, so
yeah, it gives you that drop through. Maybe more than a drop through, but yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah. I don't know how many of these I made.
It's not dirty. I've been riding it.
No, I know, not enough. I'm an old family man now.
Yeah, that's cool. And then what are the angles on these on your base plates? On these? Oh,
probably
50s. Yeah. Oh, both 50s. Yeah. Okay. And how many? You said you only made a handful of these?
Yeah, not a lot. Maybe 20, maybe 10.
Okay. There's a lot of pieces in this.
We had a customer that bought some cars from us.
Okay.
You know, an older gentleman, and he wanted some of these for his grandkids. I made 5 of them for his grandkids.
All right.
Like, and then the granddaughter didn't get a skateboard. She was little.
Okay.
It was sad, and so he said, you know, can you do something? And I made a little one.
Oh, a little shorty.
A short one, and I machined these intricate butterflies in the bottom. So it's polished and then machined with these butterflies. Super cool.
Over the top, huh?
I might have it here somewhere in the shop still.
You still have it?
I made 2 of them.
Oh, you made 2 of them. Okay. She got 1. Well, you have to have 2.
Yeah.
You gotta have.
And I have another one of these that is polished. It's solid here and polished, so it looks cool. And then it'll have these ribs with the holes in it.
Yeah.
I just haven't finished that one yet.
So there's still someone, if they want one, it's still one that needs to be finished.
There's still stuff around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is the style that I traded you a board for. I don't remember what board we traded, though.
I don't know that we did we?
Yeah. We traded, and I sent you a board and you sent me one. And I have one of these with the 3-piece. I think there's circles.
Yeah, I would have done something like that.
Yeah. I don't remember what. So we met at Mary Hill, and
did you buy it from me or did we trade it?
No, we traded.
I don't have a board from you then.
We traded.
Not that I know of, anyways.
What? Yeah, where'd it go?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember what it would have been.
It probably was a dancer. I was like, but it could have been. I don't know what it was. I traded. It seemed to be that at that point I was. Whenever I trade, most of the time it was people that wanted dancers, a 5-foot deck.
Huh. I don't think so. I think you got someone else on there.
Maybe. Did I buy it?
Because I don't have a longboard Larry board.
Sheesh. I might have to fix that.
Yeah.
Right.
I have 2 boards from Bomb Squad.
Okay.
One of them's a aluminum one. It's that has a graphic of the Salt Flats racer. You know, one of those old bomber style Salt Flats.
Okay, cool.
I dig that one just because the graphic I think is super sweet.
All right, nice.
And the other one is the same. It's a wood board that's similar graphic.
Similar graphic, but wood.
Yeah, those are the only 2 that
There's only 2 boards.
Yeah, I got one from Pim from Legendary.
Oh,
But it's not a finished board. It's just a raw piece of wood. So I could do this stuff.
So now I'm trying. I have to rack my brain. Did I would have had to either buy it Or
It might have.
Yeah, I have one. I have a Cindrich.
Sweet. Hang it on the wall proudly.
It's mounted. It's got wheels and trucks on it in my shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets ridden every once in a while.
Sweet.
Like, not that I have too many boards.
Yeah, I was digging through all this stuff too. I still have more of this plastic stuff that's not finished.
It's still
I
around.
I probably have like 4 more of those at least that
didn't have the spines put on them, or
never, just the plastic. Just the plastic. Cut out, yeah.
Just not finished.
Yeah.
That's cool though too. It's still there. You still got some of those. I had kept a lot of like the firsts whenever I made a new board that was like after we did a bunch of prototyping. And you get to the point where you're like, okay, this is the deck that we're going to release, and then I'd keep the first one, and they're sitting in my attic.
Yeah, you gotta put them on the wall, at least in your garage, man.
They haven't gotten that far yet. They're like,
I do have one of my earlier 3-piece boards.
Okay,
that's only that one. I don't know why I had that one. I mean, that was my first, probably not the first one, but
one of.
Yeah. It's like, and I kept this one just because I think it's super rad.
That one's super cool. Yeah.
And the plastic ones are just, old things that, I'm never going to get rid of them.
Yeah. So how old are your kids?
My oldest is 14 now.
Okay.
So when all this stuff was happening, that helped, get her out of the NICU. She was there for a week.
Oh, wow.
Just was born, she came late, I guess.
Oh.
And just out of precaution for whatever reasons, they kept her there for a while, but that was expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Not cheap. No.
So
does she skate?
No, I mean, they tool around on these,
thing
in the house and stuff.
In the neighborhood.
Yeah. Then my other kids I think my middle daughter wants to get more into it, so I'll probably give her own one of these days.
Yeah.
And my youngest son he's a geek. He's not a skateboarder.
That's all right though. We all have our things, right?
He's gonna be a
programmer or something.
Yeah, he's super smart with mathematics and stuff. Like, yeah, he always tests out of everything, and he's only 9, so
it's his thing, right?
Yep,
yeah, we all have our thing. So, I get your kids probably don't even know that they had a cool dad that used to build longboards. Then, do they? Or?
Not. I mean, they see them here and there, and like I've told them about stuff, and they see pictures in my phone and things like that. So,
but they don't know from the.
You got a friend there. Come on, cat, get off the car. No kitty.
No kitties on the cars.
Come on, run along.
No, that's okay. That's super cool. So you went even like during this whole process of the longboards, you were still working.
Yeah, full time
here.
Yep. I never really relied on this.
Yeah.
As an income.
Which is probably a good idea.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was a time where it was kind of booming. I think.
It was huge, right? Everybody was longboarding.
Yeah, and it just kind of stopped.
It did.
And
it had its time. You kind of see like there's a little resurgence here and there.
Yeah,
but it's not as big as it was. I mean, everybody was on a longboard. It seemed like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got tons of interest for a certain amount of time, and then it just kind of tapered off, and then you stopped making longboards at some point, right? And
that slowed down.
Silverfish Forum
went away.
Yeah. And I'm like, I can't keep paying these guys for something I'm not really benefiting from much anymore. So that, you take yourself out of that picture.
Right.
and that just happened with a lot of people. So
it did, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the story with everyone, but
no, right? It was.
I know a couple people that just kind of like don't do it anymore.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun, and there was the heyday, and then things kind of tapered off. And
why do you think that happened? What does I mean? I have an idea.
I mean,
but
there's lots of, I guess, reasons or things that came into play. I mean, there's also Amazon, which kind of killed a lot of the brick and mortar shops.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because everything was starting to shift towards Amazon, which it wasn't. That's not the only reason, but there was a lot more online games too that came into play, and
video gaming.
Kids weren't outside skating. It's kind of.
I don't know why it went away, but
and even in skating in general, it has its ups and downs. There's times that it's just going crazy, and then it tapers off. And I mean, there's still an interest in longboarding. There's still people out there doing it. There's still some downhill stuff. It's just not as. It's not the new thing. It's not this big.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of other side things coming in. I mean, everything motorized, everything battery powered.
I that's another, like, that's an avenue I wanted to pursue, but never, got into it.
Yeah.
The electric thing. Just.
I don't. Yeah. My brain doesn't go that route. It's like, it's like, as far as it would be really cool. I just don't know how it works. I don't know how to.
Well,
you can't just throw batteries and a motor on. You got to have something in there to control it and all
controllers.
That. Yeah.
I mean, I've learned a little bit about that stuff, but these already, as they are more expensive than what most people want to pay for a longboard.
Yeah.
And then the electric stuff, it's just
adds to the price.
Making, this stuff is making these, and then you got to figure out how to get a motor. And I mean, people, they're out there.
Yeah.
And certainly it's, it would be fun to experiment with different drive units, but it's time,
right? It's time and money, and sometimes your time drifts to other things.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you go back to dirt biking?
I still have a dirt bike. I haven't ridden it in so long that the carburetor's all crapped out. And
what do you have?
A WR 450.
Okay. So when I was young, high school, I rode a dirt bike all over the place, and then I didn't ride forever, and then this last, probably a couple months ago, I have a buddy that's totally getting into dirt bikes. So I now have a KTM 300.
Sweet.
So it's
two-stroke.
Yeah, two-stroke. That's what he's riding, and so we're starting to ride some dirt bikes again. It's
a good time.
It kind of gets in your blood. It's like I've always kind of had a motorcycle, and mostly street road bikes and stuff here and there. It's like, and now it's like, okay, let's go get dirt bikes again.
I have an old Ducati. 900 Super Sport. That same problem. Sits too long. The carburetors are junked up.
The Ducati's cool.
Yeah, that's another thing I just want to keep because it's cool. Just this clackety open dry clutch, so it's just loud, and if you pulled up next to you, you'd think that the thing was going to explode because it's so rattly. But
the dry clutch is
noisy. I love it. I just love it. I love how it looks.
Yeah.
And it's,
what year is it?
97.
Okay.
And just the noise and the it's the experience.
Yeah.
Right.
It. Yeah, that's cool. That's totally cool.
Someday when I when I find myself going home from work, I'm like, what am I going to do with myself tonight? Maybe I'll fix those things up.
Well, winter's coming.
I know.
So it'll be dark. You can go sit in your garage and tinker, and not that you don't have anything else.
I know. That's just not enough time for all the things.
No, there's not, right? There's too many. Too many interests, too many things to do.
I need a day between Saturday and Sunday.
Well, you just gotta work a 4-day week.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's not an option, right?
Yeah.
You need an extra day.
Yep.
So, all right. So let's get into, I guess, what you've been doing here, because I think this is everybody pretty stoked with.
Yeah. So
you guys build.
We built these cars mostly. This is a Cobra. It's a 1965 Shelby Cobra, or AC Cobra if you want, whichever. And we have a factory in Poland where they make the frame and the body of that car.
Okay.
And then they come here and we machine all the suspension, the hubs, the control arms, and we make all the interior panels. We basically finish the car here.
Okay, so you get them and they're in this.
I mean, we could do a little walk around.
Let's do a walk around.
Get my beverage here.
All right, so
glance over at this car though for just a minute.
Yeah, this is
a Daytona coupe.
Okay.
And this car we make everything here.
So you do the body work, everything.
The frame.
So the bodies are all made out of
this aluminum.
It's aluminum. So no fiberglass.
Yeah. And you can see these tubes down here. These are the main frame rails that we have. Some other tubing and stuff. And up there, you see some bundles of tubes. That's the frame. That's tubes that were cut out on a laser, and they'll fit in this jig that's behind you.
Okay.
That
that
billet aluminum jig.
Before we go too deep into this, my battery's at 10% on the GoPro, so let's take a quick break.
All right.
We'll put new batteries in.
How are these things hanging up?
They're still the mics are still going. Yeah.
All right.
They're still
we haven't
going.
lost any of our
No, we haven't lost anything yet. It's still going. All right. Let's switch batteries. We got this. Okay, so all right, we're back. Swapped out batteries. We're good to go again. So
this particular car that's here is car number 11.
Okay.
So we've made over 1,000 cars.
Oh, wow.
Over the years. This one was probably made in the late 90s and was sold, and we bought it back on a trade. We got it back on a trade, and it had some issues.
Okay.
And so that's why we have just tried to we actually welded up those holes and cut them more true because they were kind of out of whack.
Okay.
There, and the cutout for the exhaust pipes they didn't look good. They're just too big.
Over time, or
no, it just was done poorly.
Oh, when you originally had done it, or somebody else modified it.
That's the thing, is a lot of these cars were sold as kits or unfinished.
Oh, and really?
So
okay.
You would get it, and
you'd get the body and the frame, no engine, no drive lines.
Build car. So some of these things were not done very well.
Very well. Okay. All right.
Yeah, this car, I think someone had put a ratchet strap across the wheel and
bent it,
and bent both sides of the front fender. So that was a problem there.
That's
again, I had to weld up these and then recut them so that the grommets fit more appropriately.
Okay.
And there was a crack right here, and whenever they painted it, they put about a 1/4 inch of Bondo on there. It was ridiculous. So we ground it all off and welded it, straightened it out. So it's how it's supposed to be.
Okay.
We just haven't finished it. Well,
how long have you guys had this?
We've had it for a couple of years.
Okay.
3 or 4 years. Just hasn't been a priority.
So is this something you'll fix and then resell? Or
yeah. Well, we'll have it painted. We might send it back to Poland and have them paint it there.
Okay.
And It's just cheaper to do.
It's cheaper to do that than to have it painted here, or just because you know what you're getting to.
Yes and yes. I mean, there, I don't know paint that well, but you can spend a lot to get a really good paint job.
Okay. Yeah.
And sometimes those people are hard to find, and
Yeah,
and it's
you want to make sure you have the right one before you.
And the really good guys might take a year to get to it because they're busy with other projects. So.
Okay. Yeah.
But
all right.
Anyways,
these are super cool.
This car is kind of cool. It's a little bit more valuable to us because we can sell this into Canada very easily because it has a title that is more than 15 years old.
Okay.
And so it can just go in. But if we were to sell someone in Canada a new car, they can't get it in to the country because it hasn't had a 15-year period of time.
Really?
It's a replica, so they don't allow. It's just they have ridiculous rules.
Oh. So okay. All right.
So this car, if someone wanted it, we could get it to them sooner than later.
Pretty easily. Yeah. And wouldn't have to go through as many hoops.
Yeah, this shop is a disaster because we're always kind of doing construction work around the shop. So
this is
a jig that I machined. I made the table. I actually drew the chassis in SolidWorks.
Okay.
And then made all the tooling around it for that car, the Daytona Coupe.
The Daytona Coupe.
And you can see the kind of the shape of it coming together.
So you put the body goes on top of this when you're putting everything together. Well,
we make the frame just here. So these tubes are all cut with a laser. And they all fit very specific locations,
Oh, okay.
You can see the structure as you go down the line there.
Yeah.
And, you tack weld it all together and pull it out of the jig, and we weld it, paint it, and then we put the body on.
Okay, so this is for building the frame.
Yeah, just the frame.
Okay. Wow.
See how it all
it's pretty cool.
Fits. So yeah, this was a fun project that was this happened in 2000 and I don't know,
2000 and something,
8, 9, somewhere around there. I think 2006, 7, 8.
All right. That's it's quite the undertaking.
Yeah, it took about a year for me to do the whole. I mean, making the first car that came out of this was the whole process was, it took about a year.
This would, speed up the whole frame building process, I imagine, quite a bit.
The thing is, first we made 5 cars off of a jig that was kind of welded together. Was really crappy. I mean, it looked like a scrapyard collection of junk.
Chunks of steel from here and there.
It really did
together and making it work.
Yeah, and that was, and then the problem with that too is that to make this tube, for example, someone had to cut it to some size and start to fit it and grind it. And,
okay.
And that just was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then you have big old gaps, and when you weld it, it warps and it doesn't look nice. And so we said, enough of that.
So now the laser cuts all that stuff.
Yeah, so that's when we invested the time to draw it in the computer.
Mm.
And then when the frame was drawn, then we could come in and say, you make a aluminum tool that says, hold this tube here. And it, attached to the table in various ways and stuff.
So wow.
Then we have individual tubes that we could pull out and say, this is cut by a laser, so it's precise. And of course, the time frame of cutting this tube on a laser versus someone grinding it by hand is next to nothing.
Right.
So,
and it comes out perfect.
Yeah. There's problems.
Closer to perfect than someone grinding it.
Yeah, I mean, if you look closely, some of the problems they had, some of the smaller diameters, they had a problem with the kerf, I guess.
Okay.
But it's minimal.
Yeah.
It still fits together pretty dang nice, considering.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Now, cool. One of the problems with this is once we've tack welded everything together, and you take this out of the jig. Well, let me back up. We figured this jig is super rigid, right?
Yeah.
And when we weld steel and stuff, it warps, kind of moves.
Oh, okay.
And so I figured, let's make it really stiff and sweet tool, and it'll hold everything perfect. It does, but then when you release it, it goes. Wow. And so, that's just the nature of the beast. It's still a handmade car. It still has issues. There's still variations between one and the next
one
because of what happens. So
okay, yeah,
a lot of parts that we make.
Yeah, because you guys you make pretty much all the parts, everything that goes into the car.
That car. Well, and the Cobra we do too. It's just in Poland.
Okay.
The frame is so basically this process is done there.
Okay. So they're doing the same thing. You guys.
We just do the Daytona here. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we have tons of
But
parts.
you're still making all the parts. Yep. They're not off shelf. It's like you guys are building.
You buy
some pieces.
Brake calipers.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
And the bearings and stuff. And
okay.
But we make the windshield frames. The plastic parts we buy because they're available.
Okay.
So we didn't really.
Yeah, right.
And they're decent enough.
Don't have to reinvent the wheel, right?
Yeah. We have the glasses made in Poland by a major glass manufacturer. So,
okay.
But this is all an extrusion that the bottom part of a windshield frame that extruded. It's just a straight piece.
Uh-huh.
And I had to figure out how to bend it. So I made some tools to bend it. And I made a tool to machine it. So we machine this on our CNC machine. It's just holes and cut at angles. But having it all done on a machine, the consistency matters.
Yeah.
And it is a huge advantage. So the fitment is really nice too because it's drawn in a computer. Then the challenge is now that I have this perfect model, I have to make it in the real world.
Right.
And that's the challenge. And, so.
Yeah, just because you can draw it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you're going to get the exact perfect piece. And
yeah, and you need to know what you can do. You can't make certain things because, you draw it and it has a square corner. Like, okay, well, how do I make a square corner with a round tool? So you have to put fillets in, radiuses, and you have to understand the process before you can just
yeah, it's do like it. You can draw and it looks great, but how do you make that part then? Yeah. Still. All right, this is
we make
wiring all your wiring harnesses.
Yeah. Gas tanks. So this is a prototype gas tank that we made, and it just evolved a little bit from this one into this is current one. It's dirty right now. I gotta clean it off and pressure test it. But
okay,
but this was a challenge too. These are we developed a process to put those ribs in, the strengthening ribs.
Okay.
Kind of prevents oil canning when you weld stuff. It warps, and then you get boom, 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 boom.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So having some shape in there keeps it from doing that.
And that's, we know that in board building too, you add some contours, and those are going to add strength. So this is doing the same thing. You're going to add some strength to the material.
But it's just typically this would be done with a press and kind of a punch and die
to add the bends.
These little shapes. And we did it with a mill.
Okay.
So we made a tool and tooling to hold the sheet metal down, and then come in and just
Oh, it's just pushing.
pushes it.
Okay, okay.
So instead of like a cutting tool, it's just a brass nub that just
push, come up. Okay, all right.
So
cool.
kind of a neat idea there.
Yeah.
So in here,
like
you can see
the shiny. Look at it.
You can see
the reflection is awesome.
It's so dirty though.
It's still got an amazing.
So
reflection.
those were polished over in Poland.
Wow. Oh, there's two more over there too. All right.
And they're just dirty. These ones were painted in Poland. This blue.
So these.
Now you can see up there. That's a bronze body.
Okay.
It's not plated.
It's not
bronze
painted or plated. It's bronze.
There's another one down there that's rough, filed, finished, not polished yet, and that's a copper body there.
So how many pennies did it take to make that one?
Too many.
You can melt down a whole bunch of pennies and make sheet. Yeah.
But you can see the welds. And
so when you weld that, you're welding it with copper.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. That's really cool though.
Yeah, it's a amazingly beautiful car when it's polished and finished. But
how many of those have you guys sold?
I don't know, 8 or 9 or so.
Oh, okay. So there's a few of them out there.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe 5 copper ones. We've sold some bronze ones.
Okay.
Bronze is a little bit harder to form, a little bit easier to maintain. They both tarnish more than.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. Is there a clear coat that goes over it, or are you just polishing the metal?
Yeah, it's a disaster. If you want to win a car show, you're probably guaranteed. But if you own that, you probably have to polish it every week.
Really?
It's really ridiculous.
Okay.
I mean, you can't touch it because your hand will turn it brown.
So you got to wear gloves when you're driving it or touching it, or
yeah.
Oh, dang. Okay.
And the bronze is similar, but not as bad as copper.
As copper. Wow.
But like I said, though, it is the coolest car.
Oh yeah.
It is. I mean
you show up in a car
anywhere you go, it's just jaw dropping when you see it. So
because these look amazing.
They do. It's just bare metal, aluminum.
So with the aluminum, once they're polished, there's no coatings. There's no. It's just the polished aluminum.
Yeah. And aluminum will stay shiny for a long time.
Okay.
You're not driving it in the salt water, from the winter slush on the road.
Right. You're not taking it out in the winter.
Yeah, you're not driving it in a rainstorm. So it generally will be fine. And it is easy to touch it up. I mean, it's time, but you just can buff it up and it's shiny again.
Looks great again. Yeah. Okay.
So polished with a brushed stripe, and then we do brushed with a polished stripe. So different variations.
Different variations of the polished aluminum.
What this one is here.
So now
here's a little bit cleaner car.
Yeah, they just look amazing. It's just shiny. And so with the painted aluminum, are you just roughing the surface then, and then
you don't.
Then you just go through the painting process. Yeah, you're not going because this is a lot of work.
Oh yeah, it would be stupid if you wasted time to do this and then paint.
And then painting it, because just painting it would be a lot more forgiving.
Yeah. So here's typical engines that will go in. This is a big block 427. These are about $35,000, $40,000 for this. This is a small block. Weber's. This is just. These were just put on as kind of a display.
Oh, okay.
But these need to be cleaned and tuned, and then they'll actually work.
So are most of them carburetor? Do you guys do fuel injection on?
We do occasionally fuel injection, but not a lot.
Okay.
Most
kind of keep it true.
Yes, and we've actually had people have put fuel injection on, been frustrated with it because they couldn't get it tuned right because they're variables they couldn't dial in.
Oh, okay.
And they bring it to us and say, "Get rid of this. Give us a carburetor.
Give us a carburetor."
On the other hand, we've had some that were just tuned sweep, and they, the people knew what they were doing. The the parameters were set well.
Okay.
And they're amazing.
Just ran great.
Yeah.
Okay, this is all cool.
To show you some of the parts, like this is a drive shaft. So we make this part and the shaft. This we buy just because
you can.
Yeah,
right?
It's available. But the drive shaft is a billet aluminum, so it's hollow and it's kind of a cool part.
Okay. Yeah.
Rotor hats, uprights. This is a front suspension upright. This is our modern version of the suspension, the front suspension.
Okay.
I can show you what an original front suspension would look like. That's right here, actually.
Oh, okay.
So this one uses a spindle and a tapered roller bearing for the hub.
Okay.
2 tapered roller bearings. You have to grease them and maintain them.
Right.
This uses a modern double stacked ball bearing that's maintenance free.
You press it in and okay. Yeah.
It's a bearing like this, actually, just one side of ball bearings and another side of ball bearings.
Just like, well, you don't have 2 sides, but like a skate bearing is a big one.
Well, it is. I mean, the skateboard has the 2 bearings in there.
Yeah.
Just imagine that's one unit.
It's true. Okay.
That's what that is.
That's what that is.
2 rows of ball bearings, but one race.
Yeah,
yeah. Front hubs. So this hub
you guys are machining these hubs too.
Yeah, so that's kind of my job. These just make this. That's a 65-pound bar of stainless steel.
Those are so cool.
And so you get this brown color once it's heat treated.
So it's otherwise it's
just be shiny
silver, stainless. What most people realize is stainless steel. Yeah. Like if I was to look at that, I wouldn't think off the top of my head that was stainless steel. But
yeah, that's a stainless steel washer. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so once you heat treat that, what's the temperature that they get heat treated to?
The way this works is you bring it up to 900 degrees and just hold it there for an hour or 2.
Oh, okay.
And it's called precipitation hardening. And so it just, I don't know exactly what it happens to it, but it becomes super strong. Okay. Just tough. I mean, we have so this part here is an axle for the differential. And so there's a drive flange here that goes out to your wheel, and this goes into the differential itself. But the tremendous amount of torque applied to this, and the components that other people make will break. They'll break it right here, or they'll twist it. So it's just because the material sucks. And this stuff we've never had one fail. We've never had one even get out of whack.
Wow.
So we make a lot of structural, the components that are really getting beat up. We make them out of 17.4. And make just bolts and washers and adjuster nuts. I mean, lots of stuff. Drive pins. So this is a drive pin. These are machined into the hub, but an original hub would have a pin that bolts the rotor to the hub. Okay. And then it's driven, then it drives the wheel. So yeah, let's see. Actually, let's go over here and look. So like this is an old original upright, a rear upright. It's made out of steel, and we make a forged aluminum upright. Okay. We also make a billet one when we don't have the forgings available because they come from Poland. So, wow. These are old original style rotors. So if someone wants the original stuff, but otherwise we would use a Willwood rotor, which is a little bit bigger diameter, a little bit better brake.
Oh yeah, go bigger.
And this is the so this would be like the front suspension assembly. The spindle, the hub will have the tapered roller bearings on it, but this would be an original style. You know, the steering arm.
This is all out of the stainless steel then.
Yeah. These are forgings that we had made in Poland.
Okay.
And then we machined them here. But you can see that billet front upright there kind of is way more structural. There's a lot of webbing and strength built into that. So this is very flexible, and when a load is applied, it'll flex.
Right. Okay.
And that's a problem because you don't want your wheels doing weird things.
Right.
You want it to be very controlled, and so that's why that's better.
Okay.
But this is what it was.
That's what it was. Okay.
So if somebody wants what it was because they want the experience, they want the feeling, then we can do that. Gotcha. And it still is a better, stronger, because of the material, it's better than what it originally was made. Yeah, just stuff that we buy, engine components and some parts, that we have to buy. But we make dash panels and I don't know, everything. Lots of things, I should say.
Okay, yeah, not everything.
The knockoff. This starts out as a 9-inch round.
Just a big chunk of aluminum.
Yeah, and this is let's see. So the hubs have right threads and left threads. So this is a left thread. So it goes on the. And that's what holds your wheel on there.
Yeah, that's cool.
And you beat that on with a hammer. And that's the way it was. That's the way it is. Yep. So that's a billet aluminum rear upright.
Okay.
So you have a forged aluminum one and a steel one that's old.
And this is the new.
And that's
stronger and lighter.
Yeah, and original style control arms versus billet control arms. So
yeah,
these are you might think these are more expensive, but they're actually cheaper. It's way easier to make this than it is to make that.
Oh, because this you're just machining the whole thing. This has got to be welded together.
We just cut a piece, put it in a machine,
go.
hit a button, and come back, and there's a control arm.
Okay.
This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces at least. They have to make.
And then weld.
You have to hold them together with a tool, weld them, paint it. So
okay,
that's
yeah.
an idea why that's a little bit easier to deal with.
Right on. Okay, cool.
Differential parts, suspension parts. That's kind of what happens in this area.
Yeah, a lot of cool pieces.
Yeah. And this table, believe it or not, is an alignment table. It turns into just a junk table when we don't do an alignment. But what we do is of course, we got to clear off all the crap. But these things here, we set the car on here, and it holds it straight to the table, so that the center line is appropriate. and the ride height is set based on these.
Oh wow.
So then
Okay.
we have some tools that we put on in place of the rim, and then we can do an alignment to the edge of the table because we know that the car is parallel to the table. So then we can make some very minor adjustments.
Okay.
Very precise adjustments to get the toe and the camber and the caster and all the things
Oh, all right.
just right. And then once it's done, you just tighten everything and put the wheels on and go drive it. So
How do you get it on and off?
forklift.
Forklift. Okay. I was like, it's gonna have a motor. You're gonna have everything else. It's gonna be heavy.
Here's a motor where they lost a valve.
Oh yeah.
Just beat up the head there.
Wow. All right. Oh, here's more Daytonas. Okay.
They're gonna get painted.
Okay, so yeah, you don't go through the process to polish, which is gonna be a lot of.
Yeah. That car was one that the customer bought parts from over the years, thinking he would build it himself. Never got around
And
to it.
now
Just
it's
sent
come
it
back.
to us. Said here, just
Finish it, please.
So we're gonna send it back to Poland and have them fit the body. And everything.
Okay.
The one below had some corrosion problems that happened, and someone tried to repair it, just messed up the body. So we had to cut the nose off, and we're gonna send that back and get a new nose.
Getting those. Okay. Wow.
This car is here because he wants a hard top put on, so we're gonna fit that onto this.
So do you normally make hard tops, or is this something special?
No, we don't normally do it, but it's something that they did. You know,
You could buy a hard top
Yeah, you
originally.
could, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's different ones. This is a Lamar top, so when they raced the car, they had this more aerodynamic.
Oh, okay.
And the street cars had a top that was just kind of came off of here and kind of did that.
Oh, it just came straight back.
Kind of looked stupid.
And so this is more give you that.
But the problem is we have to cut the trunk lid in half. We have to have, you know, this piece opens up, and then this one will hinge this way.
Okay.
So that can.
Because otherwise, if you have the top on, you're not getting into the trunk.
That's
But
a lot of
really,
work, but
how often are you gonna get into the trunk? Yeah, that's all right. That's cool. That's a cool hard top.
It's got paint on it because we had a guy here scanning it to try and get in the computer to get a more accurate model of what's happening.
All right.
This won't fit on there.
Currently.
Yeah, we'll have to cut the bottom and weld some extensions on it and just, you know, tweak it until it's
All right. To fit that car. Okay. Oh, here's just aluminum. So you just cut a chunk off, take it, put it in the machine, and make the part you need. All right.
So as far as skateboard stuff, that's, you know, I take a 1/2 inch extrusion, so it's 1/2 by 12.
Okay.
Extruded plate, so it's 12 feet long. So that's what I would buy.
Yeah.
Cut it to size.
Cut it the chunks you need.
And then I have this.
Oh, look at
This. That's my tool that I put on this machine. So I bolt it down, dial it in, and clamp the material to that.
to that.
And then
Yeah.
just,
So I mean, obviously a lot more expensive. Like on my CNC, I have a sheet and it has holes where I'm going to mount the trucks to. This is just more expensive version, but
yeah,
but doing something similar.
it is. It's
So-
just a big router. That's all.
This is the current board that you make then, or could make
This is
Yes
the
or no?
tool that I machined those boards on.
those boards on. Okay.
So I don't have current board.
And what's-
here. Oh,
this
this was
is-
some random project that didn't work.
Oh, okay.
We have this machine. Usually, when there's an error, when someone makes a mistake, it's the operator's problem. But on the occasion,
Okay, sometimes.
the machine has some glitches in the software. And in this case, this was a program we had run before.
And it worked fine.
And then, and then the next day, the next part, it just had a glitch where it changed a value in the program. And so the end mill just went right where it wouldn't have gone, and just just busted it and, you know, gouged out the part. So
not a fun day.
Yeah, but sometimes you have machines that wig out. So
All right. Cool.
yeah, just some things, some skateboard stuff, some mostly just junk.
Still stuff. You still have skateboard stuff sitting out here.
Yeah. Here's that one. Remember I was telling you the one board that had like the billet curved thing and the and the adjustable? This is it.
Okay.
So that billet piece bolted on here and kind of came up curved on both ends, and then it had a rail, you know, a rib down that bolted to the side of that with those little tabs.
Yeah, see, there's
yeah, so that's
just some of the skateboard stuff still
extra things,
hanging around. And are those yellow? Are those wheels?
Oh yeah, these are from Donk.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So he wanted me to make a board for him for these,
For those.
and I could just never really get around to it. And I don't know, and it just
It's huge.
huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
They're cool, but yeah, it just didn't work out with us. I don't have any beef with the guy or the company.
It's just trying to make something to work. Yeah, that's.
These are some other wheels. I don't know who gave me these. Someone sent me these, and they're cool. Just haven't mounted them or done anything with them.
They're cool, right? It's cool. Some random skate
Chinese
stuff
wheels
sitting around.
Some more
Oh,
base plates and stuff. Oh, I do have some stuff. Shoot.
yeah.
There's a Bennett.
Oh yeah, right on. The Bennett base plate.
There's the Black Cross.
Okay.
That was their design that I made for them.
Made for him.
Tweaked them and tweaked it a little bit to. Cut away.
Oh, okay. Cut through.
There's my traditional.
Yeah, that's kind of funky. That's cool.
Yeah, something like that.
This has got like a little drop to it.
Yeah.
So you could run a larger wheel with less risers, kind of.
Bushings I made. Or spacers.
Oh,
wheel bearing
spacers.
Spacers, yeah. I made some little short ones.
Okay, and you can do adjustable axles,
Yeah,
widen
like
it out.
Slalom guys like these.
Oh, gotcha.
This and like the even smaller one even.
Yeah.
And
You get a set. Alright, that's cool.
These are the machines. We're cutting styrofoam to, you know, insulate our building, so that's
all
kind
this
of contraption we set up on this gantry mill. It's just a wire that just
Oh, it's a hot wire.
hot wire cut it.
Okay.
And it, you know, it's computer controlled, so it's a mill, but we just jerry-rigged it.
Jerry made it work.
Yeah, that's,
Cut the styrofoam, insulating. That's cool.
so some of the, I'll show you these machines that we make a lot of our parts on. The differential housings we machine. These are cast in California somewhere.
Okay. So you cast them and then you finish them.
Yeah. This is the hub, so you can see.
Okay.
This is before the heat treat.
Before heat treat.
Looks like stainless steel.
Yeah. Okay. They look way cooler once they're heat treated.
Yeah. You gotta clean them perfect. If they have oil on them, then they get this kind of blue, purple color where your fingerprint was or whatever. So
okay.
if they're cleaned really nice, then they come out just the golden color.
Oh, okay.
Or so this is like a real early Cobra hub, like a 1963. It's a wire wheel, so it's a spline drive wire wheel rim. This is what the early Cobras had. They started racing the cars, and then they start to modify these parts.
Okay.
So like this would be, so this was driven by the spline. Then they got better rims and stuff that were just driven by the drive pin. So they got rid of the spline part. Essentially the same design, same hub.
Yeah.
And like this is a rear hub, that same kind of thing, driven by the spline. But they got rid of that and they drive by the pins. Then they made a bigger diameter for the bearing here because they were breaking these hubs. So, but this one is 17.4 stainless, so this hub would never break.
Oh, gotcha.
So occasionally we get guys that have original cars who we make a copy of the original part, just out of better material.
So they can put it back together and not break.
So that's done, these are done on this machine. And so we start out with a big, a big solid piece. Goes into one spindle here.
Wow, this is...
So we started off on this side. It cuts half, whatever it does. And this chuck will come over, grab it, and release it here, and come back. And you finish the other side of the part here.
Okay, that's cool.
And this is a mill.
So is that the bit?
That's a drill bit.
That's just a drill bit, okay.
Yep.
What size of bit are you running on these?
That's 1 3/4 inch.
What, when you're cutting? Is it?
Yeah, well, there's all sorts. There's 80 different tools in this machine.
80?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is a lower turret too, so this does some turning also.
Turning and cutting and...
This is called a mill turn. So it's a mill with lathing, what is it? It's a lathe with milling capability.
Okay.
Put it that way, I guess.
Okay.
Which gives you a huge advantage, because now some part that would take 3 or 4 operations in different machines
can all be done in
one operation here.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a big machine.
This is the kind of stuff that kind of took my attention away from really, I had to learn how to do this and make these parts and dedicate the time to having a job, instead of just pursuing a hobby that was fun.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's skate factory, all the tools. You can kind of take a peek in the window there and see.
Oh, dang.
There's 80 spots in there, right? I think there's, maybe 50 tools in there right now. Drill bits, end mills, different cutters, different characteristics. More gears. This is a reverser for a speedometer, so you can change the direction of the speedometer cable. And so you have to machine a square hole in there.
Oh.
And
is that a punch?
Rotary broach. It's kind of a tool that's just has to be at a slight angle, and you feed it in,
Okay.
and they're spinning. So the angle variation, when it's spinning, it kind of swipes at the metal and cuts a very small amount as it feeds in.
Oh, wow.
Kind of a neat.
That's impressive. It makes a square hole.
Tubes. So the Daytona, the tubes were all cut on a laser. These are some control arm tubes that we machined here.
Okay.
So it's the same, you know, they were cut in such a way that they
just fit
when
together.
they fit together, they're right. And the tolerance is great. And then when you weld it, the weld is nice because you're not filling in a gap.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Oh.
That's kind of what I do.
That's a lot.
Among other things,
That's a lot.
assembling the cars and doing alignments and engine work and stuff.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So
Andrzej is one of our Polish workers. Andrzej in Poland, his primary job is he's a panel beater.
okay.
So he'll take the sheet of metal, and they have tools that stretch it over a tool, a die. And when you stretch it, sometimes you can't get the exact shape that you need, and so you have to hammer it, shape it around the tool.
That's what he does.
what he does.
All right. He does good work.
He probably shaped all of these bodies.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. So this is that the Carroll Shelby?
Yeah, that's his signature.
That's
before
his
he died,
That's his signature.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
One of our cars. This is an old car that was made probably early 2000.
Okay. And
this car,
Dang.
we're gonna be taking the motor out of that one today.
whose car is that? Is that just a customer's car that needs
Customer
something?
actually works part-time for us. Messed it up.
So
well, you know, it's they're big engines. They don't last like Toyota for 300,000 miles.
yeah, right.
They're not. They just don't. But anyway, we're gonna take that out and rebuild it, put it back in.
Okay.
Yeah, these are some parts that we got back from that car. That guy that couldn't get his stuff together.
These are all.
Most of this stuff we'll probably throw away because these components are made from another company.
Oh, okay. It's not yours.
We've actually reverse engineered some of this stuff, done some metallurgy tests on them, done some
Strength testing and
some ultrasound scans.
Oh, okay.
Actual material. So we learned that this particular part here is cast, and in their casting process they left there's some voids in very critical spots. And they fail, and that's kind of been, and there's a bunch of them in the world that people don't know that they have a bad part
yeah,
potentially deadly because it's your steering.
Oh, that's not good if you're going fast somewhere, right?
Yeah. And the material is a low grade, just not, yeah, you could probably drive it around town and it'd be fine, but like, they're just not great. And if someone took that on the track and really beat on it hard, it could fail.
Could fail.
Could kill them.
All right.
That's my job.
That's your job. That's
Yeah.
I mean, and the perks of the job is you have a Cobra that's yours, and then the Daytona that you're building.
Daytona, yeah, that's my Saturday project.
Yeah, which
About 4 years I've been working on it.
Oh dang, okay.
Yeah. So it's what I love making stuff.
Yeah.
So as far as skateboarding, I love that process.
The making it, the building it,
I
yeah.
love the design, the conceptual stuff, and seeing it come together. You know, some of those kind of, there's some boards I've made that I don't have, that were kind of wild. I'll send you some pictures.
Okay. Yeah, we can put them on here. Yeah.
But, yeah, I just love the process. I like making stuff. I like making parts, you know, and seeing how they fit, and then drawing them and making them in the real world, and the tolerances are right, and then it all comes together, and it's just, you stand back and be like, I made that.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It was super cool. You made it, right?
Yeah.
Let's go look at your Daytona really quick, because that's a cool car. Now, I'm going to ask this, and I don't know if it's possible, if you have anything. Do you have a Cobra that we can start and listen to, or?
Yeah, I could probably start with my Daytona.
Oh, okay.
It runs.
Inside?
Yeah, just for a minute.
Okay,
all right.
Sneak
out everyone, but
yeah, right. Okay, that'll be cool. Yeah, we're gonna hear it fire up.
I got it running probably about a month ago.
Okay.
Maybe 2. There's some headers. That's all stuff that we made. I drew this in the computer. This stuff's real tricky because bending a tube, we have a CNC tube bender, but there's a lot of spring back. So what's actually programmed is not actually what you get.
Okay.
Because it wants
to
release.
Can you calculate in the spring back?
Yeah, so that's the thing. You have to kind of make one and see what happens.
And then adjust
and that is not even consistent because different batches of tubing will behave differently.
Okay.
So because know.
Right, we knew that like when we're pressing decks, that you're gonna get, you know, you're gonna press a deck and you're gonna get some spring back when it comes out of the form. So you press it so that it bends it further than you want, so that it comes back to
what you think.
Where you want it to be.
That's what you do. You overbend it.
Okay. Yeah.
And then those tubes are put in a fixture in our mill, and they're machined so that they're cut just right.
Okay.
And then they just fit together and you weld them.
And nice. Looks cool.
It's cool crap all around it.
This is cool. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool crap. It's like, it's having something in your head and then be able to build it, which is not always easy, but satisfying.
It's not. It can be very frustrating because you know what you want to do.
Yeah.
You either don't have the tooling to do it. That sucks because you're like,
right.
You know, like,
how do I do this?
You don't have a wrench. It's hard to tighten a bolt. You know, you can't use your fingers. So having the right stuff is helpful. That's for sure. But.
Yeah. Okay. So this one is yours.
Yeah. So I have the privilege of making my own. So I come in on Saturdays in the morning and I work on this for about 5 hours or so, give or take.
Okay. So by doing this interview, we took a few hours away from your...
Yeah, you messed me up, man. No, some days I get more, some days I get more.
Yeah, right.
Made it basically from scratch. So started out as tubing and flat sheet metal.
Wow, that's so cool though.
And
all right, let's go down there.
So I gotta take these off and get
the styrofoam off of them from the ceiling.
I made the exhaust pipes, and we buy the leaf springs, although this is a component that we will probably make someday because getting them made is a problem.
Okay.
You need them, you can't get them because they're busy or they don't want to sell to a low volume.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So That's something in the future, I think.
All right, let's get a little.
Yeah, turn the battery on first.
All right, this will be cool.
See, I still got stuff I gotta make this connection. There's a piece that goes there. I need to make, but the machine has been tied up.
Oh.
So I haven't been able to do that yet.
All right.
It makes me excited all the time, every time.
Oh, yeah. That gets your heart pumping. Wow. I just fired up easy. Holy moly. That is awesome.
I'm excited about it, to say the least.
So what's the horsepower on this motor?
Probably 400.
Okay.
The thing with this car, the history, I'll give you a quick history. These cars, the Cobra, I should say, was made, the earlier cars were made in England by A.C. Bristol.
Uh-huh.
And Carroll Shelby wanted his own company, wanted his own race car, so he never really made anything himself. He knew of A.C. Bristol, he knew that they were struggling to find engines, and so he contacted them and got a body from them, a car. And he contacted Chevrolet actually first and said, "Can we get engines from you?" And they said no. So he went to Ford. Ford said, "Okay, here's," they gave him a couple 260 V8s, and he made the first Cobra. So he put that Ford engine in that AC car, and he tried selling them, and starting a business. And that first car, I think he painted it 3 or 4 times so that it looked like
he had multiples. Oh, okay.
And that car actually shows the paint job on it. So if you were to dig down the layers, you could see when
the different colors and.
Anyways, he was a racer, and that was his passion. And he raced the car, and the car was successful because it was a lightweight aluminum car with a American V8. And over time, they would break components because AC wasn't really a race car. They're just a production vehicle.
Okay.
Not so much into racing. In the early 60s, they raced the street cars, the 289s, and they were successful because they're a quick car. They're not necessarily top speed fast. So in American circuits, they could compete because the courses are generally short with more turns and stuff.
Yeah.
When he went over to Europe to race, they struggled because this car is not aerodynamic. So a long course there, they have really long courses with top speeds that are real high. And these cars weren't very competitive there.
Okay.
And so, although they competed, they won, they made an impression in the world. But that car over there that the hardtop was going to get put on,
yeah,
that's something that they would have done to compete over in Europe.
Okay, give you more streamline.
Yeah, it was more aerodynamic.
Yeah.
So during that time, Carroll Shelby had an employee who had studied aerodynamics and had this concept of this car. He drew it up on a napkin, presented it to Carroll Shelby. Carroll's like, wasn't really interested in it. And from what I understand, Carroll Shelby had a Cobra that came back that was wrecked and it was in the shop, and it was kind of just sitting there. And the rules in racing at that time had changed that particular year, which allowed a manufacturer to modify a body on an existing chassis.
Oh, okay.
So they had that wrecked car there, which chassis was probably usable, and it was a 289 transverse leaf springs, kind of a crappy suspension, but that's what they had been competitive with here in the States. And he said to this guy, Peter Brock, you know, okay, we'll let you build your car. You've got 90 days to build it. And we'll test it at Daytona International Speedway. So 90 days, they built a Daytona coupe. It's really crude, you know, rough, and they didn't have a spoiler on it in the back at first, but what they did is they took it to Riverside Raceway in California, which is no longer there, and the first testing of the car, immediately out of the box, it was 20 miles an hour faster down the straightaway. Oh, which was significant.
Yeah,
because it was aerodynamic. And the idea is that the air goes over it, and this cut off back end, it just cuts it off, so it doesn't have the drag that other things would. And that's kind of why that's
the angle there, that it is. Okay.
So, you know, as the process went along, the crew, you know, started to get more interested in this project, and they got more on board with it, started helping this guy make the car, you know. So they did the testing, it was successful. Then it was unstable though, was a problem, and that's when they one of the guys suggested they put a spoiler on there, which helped tremendously apparently.
Okay. Yeah, it's the downforce you need for the back end.
Yeah. So they made one car in the States, in California, on that wrecked 289 chassis, and they went to Europe to race against Ferrari and, you know, the major guys.
Yeah.
And there was always kind of a, you know, a rift between Shelby and Ferrari, and Ford and Ferrari. You've seen the Ford.
Yeah,
and Ferrari
Ford. Yeah, Ford and Ferrari
all
movie.
that stuff is happening at that time period.
Okay.
So this car, they made 6 of them total. One of them in the States, the other 5 were made in Italy, in a small shop kind of close to Ferrari's place. So that was kind of an ironic thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, the cars were successful. They were fast. They beat Ferrari that year, 1965. Actually, 64 they would have won, but Ferrari pulled a fast one on them and changed the rules of one of the races at the end of the season. And I don't remember the story exactly, but they the race was canceled or something. I don't know. Oh. So anyways, Shelby would have won at that race. They would have won the championship, and Ferrari would have lost. But Ferrari won because that race was
canceled.
Something was changed by
Okay.
Ferrari.
Wow.
Anyways, the next year they came back and they beat Ferrari, and it's the only American car that's won the World's Manufacturers Championship. The particular group of.
Wow, that's cool. That's super cool.
So the Daytona Coupe, the 6 of them that were made, you know, 5 of them are over in Europe, and the season was over. They were put in a container or in a storage facility or something. And Shelby had kind of moved on with Ford and the GT40 projects.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So the Cobra, all this stuff kind of fizzled out. And these cars were, whoever owned the storage facility was like, Shelby, you got to get these things out of here, you know. So, losing money on, I want my space back.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, get them out. And Shelby's like, you know, that's yesterday's news.
This is one of those, stop paying and somebody else comes in and.
So the story goes that the guy was like, well, look, if you're not going to come get them, then I'm going to put them in a container and go dump them in the ocean.
Oh.
So, yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of like, what? Really? But again, it's yesterday's news. Nobody cared.
Yeah.
But anyways, it turned out that, you know, they managed to ship them back to California. Nobody wanted them because they're just old, you know, race car. And so they weren't a valuable car. But now, you know, the history has come out and the story behind these cars is out, and they're worth millions of dollars.
Yeah.
The 6 original cars. So it's kind of neat. Larry Miller, who is a big influence in Utah.
Yeah.
He's passed away, but he owned one of the original 6.
Really? Okay.
So that was cool. It was close by. We could go
look
see
at it and
get, you know, how did they do things and stuff.
Okay. Wow.
I know one of the Walmart billionaires owns one and was racing it recently and wrecked it.
Oh.
So, yeah. But you know, with the kind of money they have, it just they rebuilt it.
They rebuilt it, and
you know, no one's the wiser. But anyways,
wow, that is
kind of a cool car.
That is super cool.
It's cool to me because this is a project that I did pretty much a lot of it by myself.
Okay.
Making the drawing, the chassis, the body. I made all the tooling, and just did a lot of work on this car. And so it's been a privilege to be able to build my own.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. That is super cool.
That's got to get the seats covered soon. That's the next thing, and
all right.
do a wheel alignment and get on the road next year.
All right, I'll come back. You take me for a ride.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. All right, well, that was awesome.
That's Kirkham Motorsports, and I am Dave Cindrich, and I did Cindrich boards and still do.
And still a little bit here and there.
It's not gone.
It never goes away,
no,
right?
It's not gone. It's just, it's not, it still is a hobby. There's still interest in my behalf to kind of make new things. I still have ideas and stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
But there you go. That's me.
That's it. All right. Well, that's awesome. Thanks for giving us the tour and the interview. And yeah, this has been a lot of fun.
My pleasure.
Yeah, it was great. All right. Well, we'll see you on the next one.
Okay.